Oh, yeah. So we got a bunch of wood. This is going to be our tabletop. And that's going to be a shelf. And this is an awesome table saw I just bought. Going to try it out for the first time. And then we're going to replace this little table over here. What's up, ladies?
Hey.
Hi, Olivia. Yeah. So I just picked up some wood. There's my shadow. Peace out. And, oh, thanks for leading the way, Olivia. This is the table saw. I know the shadows aren't too great right now. What's up, dog? You're knocking my camera around. Looking pretty pimpin'. We'll see how she operates. I got some little 2x4s I'm gonna strip down to get the curves off first. Pull out all the nails and tacks. And we're gonna sand them, stain them. Got some longer pieces. And some paper pulp. I'm gonna make my own canvases. And I'm also going to make a composter. I'm collecting the compost here, and a lot of these 2x4s are going to become a worm bin, which is also a vermiculture composter. And I'll document that as I go too. Recently raked up the yard, so it's looking nice. Dries up, Olivia's paws don't get as muddy. Win-win. Dylon out. So I've been working all morning, and I got my little sander down there, shadow stripes, drill, some ripped wood that came off of this bad boy. This thing kicks butt. Man, is this thing good. Got it at Home Depot for I think $3.80. I didn't want it because it was expensive, but I'm glad I bit the bullet and committed to it. This thing rips the wood real easy. I've been ripping 2x4s so that I could build us a kitchen island. Here it is so far. Olivia's my helper. She's killing it these days. This thing will be 5 feet long by 2.5 feet wide and 3 feet tall. Yeah, so that's it. Got a whole bunch of sawdust and a bunch of other wood. Just drank some coffee. Found out that I didn't get a job that I applied for, but that's okay because I applied to a lot of them. So we'll see which one works out. Who knows? The table is really coming together. You can see all the framing in there. The top is not attached at the moment, but that will be the next thing. Probably not. I'll probably do the bottom shelves so that the top is not in the way while I put them on. But yeah, I had a fun time making this. Took me about 3.5 hours from scratch, and I had the beautiful lady making me food, so I didn't really have to stop. Heating up the leftovers that we cooked the other night. A Greek chicken salad, which was delicious. So yeah, that's the table. 5 feet long by about 30 inches wide and 3 feet tall. So my kitchen table's almost done. I got some extra hardware this morning. Paintbrushes, little corner brackets, some more 2.5-inch screws. Got a couple vices, little felt pad for the feet. But this thing's coming out pretty nice. I got an extra piece of wood for the back there. Hi, Olivia. And I'm also making a bench for this table, which is modeled off of I think Pier 1 Parsons, and the color is Java. So Alexa is out looking for a stain to match, while I am outside building a bench. Today's supposed to be another beautiful day, up in the 60s. Day number 2 with the little table saw here, killing it. I just ripped an 1/8 inch off of either side of these 2x4s and these 2x6s. This will be the bench top. I made a little sawhorse for the longer pieces of wood when I ripped it on the table saw because I didn't have Alexa here to help me. And then I cut these little guys. The longer ones will be glued together to make a 3.25 by 3 inch wooden feet of the bench, and then these smaller guys here will be little joists that support the top boards. Got some extra clamp. Yeah, beautiful day, just having fun. Olivia's loving it. Happy I can put on a t-shirt in a little bit. And that's what I'm doing today. Over and out. So the bench is finally coming together. I got this drying over here. Clamping on the legs. I don't actually have a clamp that's large enough, so I'm just using a tie down. And I've already tapped in the top screws to help keep it level as it dries. And then I'll pop in the bottom screws afterwards. But yeah, that's the bench. Drying. Once this dries, I'll sand the whole thing and get it ready to stain. And then I'll pop these guys on and I'll stain these once Alexa comes home with the stain. And if we head inside, a little guard dog watching the door. Hopefully this camera adjusts. So this thing's basically done. I got all of these little corner brackets set up so that we can have a nice sturdy structure once the glue dries and all the seams. Hit my elbow on one of these before. It made my whole pinky, ring finger, middle finger go numb. Not a very pleasant feeling. But yeah, that's the table. Table's basically done. Have a little space for your feet. We'll get some stools to slide in there. Smaller slatted boards on the bottom. larger, smoother on top. I have this clamped together because I'm gluing the boards together at the seam. Then I'll sand that little edge down that's there, a little inconsistency, just to keep it flat and smooth. Got the same thing up here, ever so slightly, but it's noticeable. So I'll clean that up before I stain. Once this dries, it'll go outside for sanding. Yeah, and the house is coming together. I have a little bench there now. The other bench will be stained to match that. And then hopefully we'll get some chairs as well. That's it. All right. Hello. Been up in the 60s today. She's not very active. So that bench I started is now drying in the back room. Got a little bit of spar urethane on it, which isn't the healthiest thing to inhale. So we got the window cracked over here. We got the fan on and a little towel out there to block the airflow, so that we're not huffing this stuff all day. But this bench came out really nice. Just made out of pine that I cut the edges off of, so I took another 1/4 inch, 1/8 on each side of the pine, and then I glued them all together. I made some 2x4, 4x4s. I just took 2 posts, same thing, cut down the edges, and that's it for this bench. It's drying, and hopefully I can sell it, and then I'll make another one. How's that table working? It's not finished yet, but it's on its way. We got the stains down here, giant gallon of glue for a bed that I'm making outside, and I just picked up this Craig jointer system. I have the mini here, which I haven't used yet, but I bought the box set because it comes with the clamp, and it doubles as a mini. Got a little air compressor the other day, brad nailer, so that I can easily tack things into place before I more fully secure them. Let's go out and look at the mess I'm making. Big box for the table saw, and I was just at Lowe's, and I wanted to try this Cobalt radial arm miter saw. And yeah, we'll see. I got it set up over here. Really bright day. I haven't made a cut yet. Made a little block back here, which is 2 5/8, which is the height of the table, just to keep my board level when I cut it. And this bad boy is a hustler. He's been ripping boards like nobody's business. Love this thing. So glad I bought it.